Hey, good afternoon from the Georgia WeatherNet 24/7 Storm Center. It is 2:52. Meteorologist KJ Allen here, and we have a new tornado warning to talk about. So let's get right to it. Just issued a moment ago from the National Weather Service office in Jacksonville. Tornado warning is in effect for northwestern Bacon County, southeastern Jeff Davis County, and central Appling County until 3:15. Doppler radar indicating a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado about 10 miles southwest of Graham, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Also, the possibility of quarter-size hail with this storm. We see a pretty good indication of a hail core there in just to the south, well to the south of Graham, getting into a pretty rural area of Jeff Davis County. Beginning to cross in toward Appling County. And so this is continuing, as I mentioned, moving to the east at about 40 miles per hour. And that is heading toward U.S. Highway 23 there in southeast Jeff Davis County. Let me put this in motion so you can see the way this storm is moving. So west to east, about 40 miles per hour. And that is moving quickly now into Appling County, the western portion of Appling County. So we'll stop the animation here so we can get another little peek. Baxley, you are in the tornado warning polygon, as well as Surrency. As far as the other big cities in Jeff Davis County, Hazelhurst, you are not in there. Lumber City, which is on up on the county line there, not in the warning polygon. This is going to be well to the south of you. But this storm, as I mentioned, is moving out of Jeff Davis County and now beginning to move into the western portion of Appling County, and then beginning to head, it continued moving east there into Bacon County as well, the extreme northern portion of Bacon County. Let's take a look at the velocity and showing that broad rotation, still pretty much inside Jeff Davis County, but about as far in the southeastern portion of the county as it can go. And that's going to be hitting that little northern portion right there where Highway 23 moves out of Bacon County, crosses into Appling for just a second, then back into Jeff Davis County. If you're familiar with that area, it goes back and forth as you're traveling up between Alma up to Hazelhurst. So if you are in the tornado warning polygon or know someone in that part of the state, make sure they're in their tornado safe place right now, lowest level, most interior room, away from doors and windows. This does cover Baxley. It looks like this storm is probably going to move just slightly to the south of downtown Baxley itself, but south of Baxley, right through the middle of Appling County, you need to be in your tornado safe place right now, lowest level, most interior room, away from doors and windows. We'll zoom out to give you the big picture of what part of the state this is if you're not familiar with this part of South Georgia. So here it is. So kind of between Vidalia and Waycross. See, this is part of that line of thunderstorms now stretching up towards Springfield, Georgia, all the way down into southwest Georgia around Cairo. And this has been a portion of the line that's really near some very stable air. We're not going to see a lot of severe weather much more to the north of this. So up toward Bryan County and Hinesville and Pembroke and that area, that's pretty stable. But this portion has kind of caught the Weather Service and us a little bit by surprise that the cells aren't massive, but they do have enough spin on it. So that's been the reason that we have this tornado warning that has been issued for this storm, which is now primarily moving in to Appling County. So the circulation, again, is just moving over that northern tip of Bacon County. It'll be well south of Baxley and should be in the southern portion of Appling County over the next 20 minutes. That's the word from the Weather Service. And also back down to the southwest, down in Cook County, closer to Adel, may get another tornado warning issued there. So just going to give you a heads up on that with some possibility of some tightening up on that storm down in Cook County. But we'll visit that when the time comes. As for right now, we're watching this cell now moving into western Appling County, just crossing that extreme northern portion of Bacon County. And let me take a look at the velocity again to see what kind of rotation that we have. And pretty broad, but it's there. I'm going to mark it right here. We're going to put a storm track there and time it out. Let's see here. We're not getting the... There we go. Let's do that. And and zoom out a little bit and kind of take a look at where this storm is going. So well south of Baxley, but this is going to continue to move toward the east and start to cross. All right, we got a new scan here. Just want to make sure we're completely up to date. All right, tell you what, let me move the storm track again. So here we go. So in the next 10 minutes over State Highway 15, probably about 5 to 10 minutes moving over US 1, south of Baxley, continuing to move toward the eastern portion of Appling County toward Surrency. So the National Weather Service is going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. We're just talking about Cook County just a moment ago. Let me zoom out. We'll go take a look down there. So this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning, but this is going to be a big one. This is going to cover portions of Berrien, Brooks, Colquitt, Cook, Lanier, and Lowndes County. Not quite to Valdosta, but hey, Hira, you're in there. And then in the Berrien County, Nashville, you're in, as well as Weber and Ray City. So pretty strong line of thunderstorms there. Let's take a look at the velocity and just see if we have anything that's of concern for rotation. Doesn't look like it. This one's going to be moving pretty quick. Let's see if we can get the speed on this one. This is moving to the east at 30 miles per hour and that 60 mile an hour wind. So the winds are going to be the main concern there. And looks like we're picking up some pretty strong straight line winds in Adel right now. And then that's going to continue all the way down to the south into northern Brooks County and start to head into northwest Lowndes County. So strong straight line winds, 60 mile an hour winds can cause a great deal of damage in itself. But at the moment, doesn't look like anything rotating in that to be really concerned with. But our storm with a little bit of spin on it continues to move into Appling County, going to be passing south of Baxley. Let's take a look at our latest velocity. Yeah, that's some pretty weak rotation. Not necessarily broad, but it is weak. So let's see if we can keep it that way. So we'll time this out. Got another about 5 minutes before it crosses US 1. And then continuing to move east towards State Highway 15, going to be there in less than 15 minutes and should be passing close to Surrency in about 20 minutes from right now. So at about 3:20. And that will continue pushing in.
Day or night, weekday or weekend, you can depend on the Georgia Weather Net Storm Center to keep you informed. Here's the latest forecast from 94.7 The Bulldog.
Increasing clouds this evening, a few showers late tonight, a few thunderstorms by tomorrow morning, low 47. Showers, thunderstorms likely through the day tomorrow, high around 59. More rain tomorrow night, low 42. Then we clear back out again on Monday. Mostly sunny in the afternoon with a high of 62. Sunny but cool on Tuesday, high in the mid-50s. Mostly sunny, low 60s on Wednesday. From the Georgia Weather Net, I'm meteorologist KJ Allen. All right, just making sure we got all the latest information here from the Weather Service. Thanks for sticking with me there for a moment. Tornado warning is continuing for portions of...
Here's the latest Doc 103.9 forecast from the Georgia Weather Net Storm Center.
Increasing clouds this evening, a few showers late tonight, a few thunderstorms by tomorrow morning, low 47. Showers, thunderstorms likely through the day tomorrow, high around 59. More rain tomorrow night, low 42. Then we clear back out again on Monday. Mostly sunny in the afternoon with a high of 62. Sunny but cool. Additional audio going there. I apologize for that. That's our evening weathercast going through. I saw that audio popping up, so if you're just joining us, I apologize for that. Once again, we'll get you back to our live coverage here on the Georgia Weather Net. It is 3:01. Had multiple things going on this time of the afternoon, and on a Sunday, sometimes we've been prepared for these storms coming through, but on a Sunday afternoon, I know a lot of people have other plans going on and things aren't the same schedule as during the week. And that's why it's important to remain weather aware when we have these weather aware days. We've been talking about this level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk for Southwest Georgia, level 1 covering all of South Georgia. And a tornado watch is in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. So I'll kind of pull up that map and show you what we're looking at. As far as the watch area is concerned, we'll probably see some of these counties in Southwest Georgia get dropped off here over the next few hours. But Southeast Georgia is still going to be watching out for the potential of tornadoes all the way up till 8 o'clock. Now, I don't think most of us will go that late, But just know that all of South Georgia under that tornado watch until 8 p.m. It is 3:02. This is the Georgia WeatherNet with live severe weather coverage. And we have our, all right, starting to show a little bit more tightening here on this couplet. So let's put the storm track on once again. And it's possible let's just make sure we don't have any debris on that, because that did tighten up a little bit in the last scan. So no debris on our debris tracker. So that's good. This storm continuing to move toward the east, heading toward US 1, going to be crossing US 1 in about 10 minutes from right now, well south of Baxley, right there in really the central portion of Appling County, south of Baxley, and close to Surrency. Going to be continuing to head toward Highway 121 south of Surrency, and should be staying to the south of 341, the Golden Isles Parkway. I believe that's going to stay south for the most part. So if you're south of 341 in Appling County, that's where your main concern is going to be. Special weather statement being issued for Jeff Davis and Coffee County. This is going to be for western Jeff Davis County and central Coffee County, and the possibility of strong thunderstorms there, pretty close to severe threshold, but not quite. 45 to 55 mile an hour wind gust, and land spouts also a hazard with this. Pea-size hail could also occur with these storms. This is near Broxton, moving east at 25 miles per hour. But our primary concern here is with our tornado warned storm. And this tornado warning remains in effect until, let me make sure we don't have any updates here. Stand by. So this, all right, let me just make sure we got this right. Okay, till 3:15. All right, another 10 minutes to go. And we just saw a little bit of that warning pop off of there, so just want to make sure we're completely up to date. So tornado warning remains in effect for northern Bacon County, although it looks like northern Bacon County, you're really starting to clear out very quickly. But central Appling County, very close to Baxley, but just south of Baxley, you are still in the tornado warning until 3:15. So another 10 minutes to go. And we're going to stick right here with you until this expires, or if it's canceled first. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm warning for Coffee and Jeff Davis County has been canceled. But does continue remaining in effect for Appling and Bacon County, along with the tornado warning. So let's just zoom out again, give you the big picture. If you're watching us in North Georgia, Middle Georgia, all this is to the south of you. Things are starting to get quite quiet in that part of the state. A chilly rain in the good part of North Georgia this afternoon. But the thunderstorms are all here in South Georgia, line stretching from just west of Savannah down through Baxley and Douglas, heading down toward Adel in the Thomasville and Cairo in southwest Georgia. So long line of thunderstorms here, and kind of watching this line as well that is moving through Adel, bringing some gusty winds in portions of southern Berrien County, northwest Lowndes County, going to be moving toward Valdosta. And that's why we have a severe thunderstorm warning, not covering Valdosta at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get an extension of that here pretty soon, because this is a pretty ugly line of storms. Let's take a look at any sort of rotation. Doesn't look like it. So for now, I don't think we get any tornado warnings out of this, but straight line winds of 60 miles an hour, even greater, could be occurring right now in Cecil and Nahahira, and moving into portions of northwest Lowndes County. So from the National Weather Service, let's go back to our tornado warned storm. The message that they're sending over to us. It's going to be the primary threat with this will be the straight line winds. Still showing a little bit of rotation. It's going to be passing well south of Baxley over US 1. And again, we could get a spin up out of this. But as the storm moves east, it's just moving into a little bit more stability. So it's kind of running out of time right now as it moves through Appling County. By the time it gets into that extreme eastern corner of Appling County toward Wayne County, there's not going to be a whole lot of instability to fuel this storm. So it's really running out of time, and that's a good thing. Let's get the timing on this again. Going to be near Surrency at in about 15 minutes from right now. Crossing over US 1, now beginning to make its way over Highway 15, and just really pushing, about 5 miles or so south of Baxley and driving right along. Take a look at the velocity tool again and see if we have any. Yeah, that rotation's still there. And it is broadening out just a bit. So still have another 7 minutes to go on this tornado warning, and then maybe just let this play out. So we'll see. So the western portion of Appling County, really west of US 1, things are starting to clear out. I mean, let's see when this scan was taken. This was taken at 4 minutes ago. So yeah, this is pretty much to the east of US 1 at this point. So if you're west of US 1 and Appling County, things are not as dire as they once were. Still got that wind out there, still have the rain, but the tornado threat has now passed to the east of US 1, is going to continue to move toward the east into a little less favorable atmosphere for development. All right, I'm going to zoom out, and let's go back to our reflectivity. All right, here we go. So showers just southeast of Statesboro, heading down into Bryan County, into Savannah, Chatham County, up to Springfield and Rincon, but pretty stable air in that direction. The instability really starts to kick in as we get down in toward Baxley and then down into South Georgia, getting closer to Valdosta, Thomaston, and Cairo. So that's why we have these storms that still going severe, and a few cells there in Florida, but they're not going to be moving our way. They're going to continue to push toward the east, and we're not going to worry about that. But and a pretty quiet spot, as you can see, in between our two warning polygons down in Douglas and Pearson, Atkinson County. Things are pretty mild and quiet right there. So that happens sometimes. You just get in the middle of this line, and there's just not enough energy left over with all the cells that are competing on both sides. So once you get that rain through Douglas, you're going to be good to go. No problems at all. Just a few little cells on the backside of that. But up to the north, it's got a new scan. Let's take a look at our velocity. Well, that's still a pretty strong storm there. South of Baxley. Let's take a look at our hail. Yeah, there's a potential of, could be 1 inch in diameter hail in the little blue area we're looking at. That's right over US 1. So no question about it. That's a pretty significant hail core. And any of those stones that are falling to the ground could be close to 1 inch in diameter. So that's going to be a big threat as well in southern Appling County along US 1. That's going to be really the strongest storm that we have in the state right now. And with just enough of that rotation, that's broadened out a great deal. I think we're going to be pretty clear of this tightening up again, but these storms can do what they want when they want. So let's just keep an eye on it for another few minutes here on the Georgia Weather Net. But while I have you in between scans, appreciate you following our page. Got a YouTube channel, streams round the clock, also videos each morning and videos on the Facebook page as well. So either way, or you can follow both. We'd love to have you follow the YouTube channel, Georgia Weather Net, and on our Facebook page. No hype. That's not what we do here on this page. There are plenty of other places on social media that will hype up things and tell you really wild, outlandish things to try to get clicks and all that stuff. That doesn't happen here. Just want to let you know what's happening, when it's happening, anywhere throughout the state. So even if you're not in the large TV markets, no problem. We got you covered. Everybody's important here in the state of Georgia. And that's why we go live with these severe weather updates when necessary. So time is 3:12. Still watching this tornado warning for another 3 minutes for central Appling County, and technically still back in the Bacon County, although Bacon County, you're in the clear, and that rotation is broadening out a great deal. So this is probably going to be allowed to expire. We may get an extension if that hail continues to stay like it is, that hail core. I'm not going to be surprised at all if we get this warning, the severe thunderstorm warning, that is extended into Wayne County and possibly in the portions of southern Tattnall County. Because, that's a decent storm there, producing some hail that's what's considered severe hail. That's the stuff that can break windows, damage roofs, and all that awful stuff. So that's crossed over. Actually, let me go back to the severe hail tool here. See what it says. Yeah, it's still showing up. So it's east of US 1 now. Pretty rural part of Appling County, but still some homes and some farmland down there experiencing some severe hail potentially with this storm. All right, the Weather Service watching this line, as well as the lines down to the southwest, now beginning to move in closer to Valdosta in the Lowndes County. Let's kind of take a visit down there in between our radar scans. And we do have that warning that's in effect for a good portion of Berrien County, northwest Lowndes County, northern Brooks County, Cook County's in there. The storm has passed through Adel. Heavy rainfall and gusty winds. Well, I'll tell you what, that 60-mile-an-hour wind's very, very easy with this storm, and also showing another hail core just to the southeast of Barney. So we're in northern Brooks County. You zoom in on that a little bit and take a look at what we have. All right, no rotation. Let's go to our, there you go. So possibility of some severe hail above Morven, between Morven and Barney, and that moving in to northwest Lowndes County, moving toward Hayhira and I-75. So, that's if that hail core holds together, that's going to be a real mess on I-75. Severe thunderstorm warning continues down in extreme southwest Georgia for Decatur, Grady, and Seminole County until 3:30. You can see that line. They're right along the Georgia-Florida state line, so that's going to stay in place until 3:30. And there goes our tornado warning. That's going to be allowed to expire. It's 3:15 now, but we still have the severe thunderstorm warning for Appling County. And that strong, let's go back to the severe hail tool. There it is. That hail core continues to move over toward State Highway 15. Going to be close to Surrency, but it looks like our rotation has just been allowed to fizzle out a great deal. Still showing some rotation right in here. This is what we're looking at. But it's pretty broad. And, again, the environment is just not great for maintaining a lot of spin on the storm. It's just enough that it gave it some broad rotation, but not quite enough to give it a good spin. And so that's why this tornado warning has been allowed to expire. So we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast for now. Another tornado warning is issued. I will let you know about it right here on the Georgia Weather Net.